FOMC is tomorrow. In today's video, we're going to address what to expect. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all a sector that is about to make a huge move tomorrow. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the NASDAQ futures once again. Alright, and so far, things might actually turn for the bullish side. Things might go upwards. Alright, I say this because when we look at the daily, we have a bullish harami right here. The combination of these two, that wick at the bottom is a little bit long. All right, but it's all right. If we go onto the 4-hour, one can argue that there is an inverse head and shoulders on the chart where the neckline is right here. All right, and we have the left shoulder on the left, the head, and then the right shoulder right here. Okay, and next thing, we're gonna zoom in some more. All right, I'm gonna remove that and we're gonna zoom into that right shoulder. Today there was this structure that forms. It looks like a bull flag, and if things turned out halfway decent tomorrow, we could see a continuation upwards, and we could see the NASDAQ reclaim new highs. So this is the bull flag, and we have the breakout that happened at 9:30, followed by consolidation, followed by a continuation at 11 o'clock, right? And it's been holding near the highs. It closed quite strong today. So tomorrow, we could see this thing actually go up to 22,000. We could see it. The expectations, as I mentioned yesterday, let's see here. Yeah, the expectations for the FOMC rate, it looks like they won't change it. All right, so you pretty much have to be patient and see how the market reacts. If it turns out that they do change it, I'm thinking that the market is actually going to like it. All right, but the expectation, at least from what I'm seeing, is that they're not going to drop rates for this meeting. Maybe the next meeting. So we'll see how things turn out. We will see. All right. Now let's look at the SPY real quick. All right, the SPY, also the uptrend is still there. The daily chart is looking a bit more bullish than that of the NASDAQ. It's holding above that 9 SMA. All right, and it looks like it wants to continue upwards. So we'll see this one. Now the sector for tomorrow that I want to share with y'all is the semiconductor sector. All right, and the stock specifically is ASML. Now there is this thing going on here. It's not at the all-time lows, but it's been downtrending since July of last year. Okay, this earnings, it had a negative reaction. It dumped from 1100 all the way down to 940, and then the previous earnings in October, they actually released the numbers in the middle of the day. It kind of shocked the whole market, and we had a nasty sell-off. All right, so that happened. Now, next thing, are we going to see positive reaction through earnings? Is it going to be what the semiconductor needs in order to regain the losses that occurred throughout the last 2 days? It is possible. There is one thing that do worry me though. On the left side right here, that worries me just a little bit. This gap on the left, from 630 to 610. Okay, it's there. It hasn't been filled yet. It is worrisome. I'm not saying that it's gonna drop there. I'm just saying that it is in the back of my mind. All right, I think that the reaction could be bullish because of everything else, and this is what I mean. We're going to look at the ETF itself, like the semiconductor ETF, SOXL, and then enter. There you go. All right, now with XOXL, this one has been beaten down for quite some time. All right, and right now it is at it is near the lows, near the August lows right here. A great place to dip buy. All right. Now we're gonna zoom into the 5-minute, and if you look at the 5-minute, there is a structure on there that I like. My favorite structure, actually. This is an ascending triangle that broke out at 1. Right there. We have the ascending triangle, and then we have the breakout at exactly 130. With increase in volume, this is looking good, and the close quite strong. And like so far, this doesn't seem fake to me. And it's at a great spot on a daily near the lows. It's at an excellent spot right here. Okay, as you can see. So that's why I'm leaning a bit more bullish on the semiconductor, just because of that. And the same thing also applies for SMH. If the gap up isn't too massive, the nice thing that's going to happen is that the calls are going to get really cheap for this stock. All right, so set your alerts right here, right above 700. We will see how it opens. If it opens up at the same price, that's excellent. If it chops and forms a new structure tomorrow, it could provide an excellent opportunity to go long from like 710 all the way up to 740, which is right here, right? This level of resistance. We could see an opportunity like that tomorrow. So the semiconductor sector is definitely one to keep on your radar. Now, let's do an update. Yesterday, I gave you guys 2 stocks. I gave you all the banks. And they kind of perform and kind of not. Let's see. The banks, the structures were there. Everything was looking quite good. The only thing that was kind of missing is volume. It's kind of irritating with just like anything that's not big tech, like your NVDA, your Apple, your Amazon, your Meta, like anything else other than that. With the structures, sometimes the volume go missing, which is irritating. Like it looked really good in the first 15 minutes, and then it immediately like collapsed. All right, I had Bank of America. Like I had calls on Bank of America looking to make money on the way up to 48. And then today it opens, all right, it stayed above 47. And then I saw this thing spike up to like 47.40. And then the volume was just missing. And y'all know my style. If the stock doesn't do what I wanted to do, then I just get rid of it. I broke even. I had to get rid of Bank of America because it just wouldn't move. And I know how this structure usually behaves. Usually it behaves quite well, and we all make a whole lot of money on the way up. All right, but this was just disappointing, and I had to let it go. Is it going to get up to 48? Maybe. All right, maybe. But I want to see something like, I want to see more volume. I want to see a new structure now because this one kind of crashed out. So that's my thoughts on the banks. Now, looking at Apple. Apple looks like this. Apple had a pretty solid day today. It pushed out outside of this bullish pennant right here with tremendous volume and had nice continuation. This is what I mean. This is the type of move that I was expecting on Bank of America, but it only popped and then kind of rolled over and failed. And it does happen. Even though it's quite infuriating, it does happen. All right. With Apple is trying to make its way back up towards 250. Earnings is in the way, and earnings will be reported in 2 days. All right. So again, tomorrow we're gonna look at how it looks. Okay. The next one that we gotta look at is Tesla. I told y'all I'm gonna keep talking about Tesla until the day of earnings. And so far, we're taking the difficult approach down to 360. Okay. This is the worst possible way to get to the target. If it gets to the target, right? Earnings is going to have to take care of that because it doesn't look like it wants to go anywhere. It's following this very horrible path where the bulls and the bears are getting demolished, right? Both sides are getting crushed here. Nobody's winning. And honestly, I don't think it will be any different for tomorrow. I think it's going to stay at that exact price, $394. and then earnings is gonna happen, and then we're gonna see this isn't massive. It's gonna be quite ugly in after hours, and then it's gonna open like right here at 374. Maybe have a little bit of a dip on Thursday morning before rising tomorrow. Because again, 366 is where I personally would like to dip buy this thing, and structurally it would just make sense to me. That's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. And that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 8 p.m. Central Time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, we can get all of this information in real time as I see them. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow my social media at Paul Nkuma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Musculation man, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.